expecting any friendlies?
Let them come. Let them come.
Forward. Max has really very similar qualities as Mark. He has tremendous strength and is just a real guy's guy.
Lock this base down. You, let's go. Come on. Mark's been such a tremendous asset to me as an actor, and he's given me so much information, specifics in terms of what happened on the night of the attack, but also just emotionally what he was going through.
Right as I start coming back up shooting, that's when the first mortar hit the roof. Your adrenaline's running, you don't feel the pain because you're just worried about making sure that you take care of business that you got to take care of.
We're going to unleash hate on these guys.
There's an emotional connection that you get having looked in the guy's eyes and heard the accounts directly from them.
Think we're coming in. Is he still inside?
And so you take on a huge responsibility to make sure that the story's done right.
I'm on the roof. Don't leave me.
We have 36 American lives to save.
That was a primetime exclusive clip from behind the scenes of the movie 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. But as these three heroes discussed why they risked life and limb to save their fellow Americans in Libya, they also discussed the assistance they expected from their government that never came, and why they think 4 Americans paid the ultimate price. What did you expect would come? What did you think would show up? Who or what?
The biggest thing I think we really needed was mainly air support. I mean, any kind of...
Just something to fly over.
How hard would that have been?
Not hard. They're sick. Again, people that see the movie and read the book know that it wouldn't have been difficult.
All that was sent was an unmanned drone. So we had eyes on the situation, and our president had been briefed on it at least 6 hours prior to the Annex coming under severe attack. And all we sent was an unmanned drone.
And it wasn't helpful at all either. It was the feed that it was given to us was...
They got good movie footage.
Yeah, about 30 seconds behind what we're actually seeing on the ground.
When you see, I mean, you know, for us it's a new story, and thanks to Paramount Pictures, it's been made into a dramatic, compelling, white-knuckled experience. When I tell the viewers out there right now, don't plan on getting popcorn. Don't plan on needing to use the restroom, because you will not leave your seat for 2 hours. No one spoke a word. No one looked to the left or the right. Your eyes are glued on that screen. So to the audience, that's how it is. But to you guys, having lost Tyrone and Glenn, when you look back and you think about Benghazi, what does it mean? Why did they die, Oz?
They died serving their country. I mean, doing what we love to do. I mean, and that's serving other people. That's kind of our whole makeup. I mean, you know, it's just like, why would you go? Why do we run to the why do we run to gunfire? It's because that's who we are. That's how we were made from the get-go. You know, and there's a lot of great guys out there that are still doing this, both what we were doing in the military, and that's just the way the makeup is. And you know, that's the core of what Ty was and Glenn was.
But I want to go back, because one of the things that gets lost, I think, in the coverage of Benghazi too, is the loss of our ambassador, who was portrayed in the film as a good man,
Very good.
who was just trying to do the right thing, who had begged for security increases there and was denied those security increases, and they had in fact been diminished repeatedly leading up to September 11th. And that's another thing that the investigators have found, which was he had no business being in Benghazi on 9/11. The administration should not have allowed it, and if they were going to send him, they should have sent him with proper security. But he was killed that night, and you went to the consulate, the very facility which he was killed. You kept running in to try to get him, right?
Multiple times.
And the smoke was too much. Describe that moment where you knew he was in there. You didn't yet know whether he was dead.
You know, you couldn't really. I mean, I was on my belly for the last time I went in before we got counter-assaulted on the consulate, and their smoke was still down there, and you could still only see about maybe 2 feet in front of your face, and you know, it was just so thick and so hot. It's just like being in a brick oven. I mean, you're just sweating constantly, and it was extreme heat and just coughing, and because you can't really hold your breath, because one, your adrenaline's pumping, and you know, you've been running around for the last hour, you know, fighting your way on and then searching, and so I mean, it was pretty intense.
Do you believe that if you had been allowed to go when you first said, send us, and the radio calls came in from the consulate saying, help us, help us, help us, do you believe there would have been any chance to say?
Oh, yeah.
They'd be alive
today, 100%.
The congressional investigators concluded there was no stand-down order.
I don't know where they got that.
Well, it's because they couldn't read his lips from the drone that they had.
I get it. That's just silly. I mean, there was, for us.
I mean, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and others rely on those conclusions, saying, you know, they've really been cleared because investigators concluded there was no stand-down order.
It's kind of funny. Everything that we testified to, you know, they agreed with us 100%. I mean, pretty much from us eating a candy bar to, you know, shooting all of our ammo, but for some reason they don't want to believe us that we were told to stand down.
Do you have a political motive?